Hi, I'm Dr. Obi. I'm a behavioral researcher, a technologist, and a tech educator. When people learn what I do, they often ask me how they can break into technology. Starting a new career or switching from one where you've invested a lot of time and effort can be hard. That's why today I want to show how you can transition to technology from one of the roles that I get asked most often. It's the attorney to privacy officer role. So, why does an attorney who has spent many years working in this career want to transition? How does an attorney transition to technology? And what technology roles can an attorney transition to? Let's start from the very beginning by asking and answering the first question: why attorneys transition? Let's look at it this way. You're a seasoned attorney, you have credibility, and you are astute in legal arguments and courtroom drama. You started out wanting to make a difference, and you did make a difference. But lately, these case victories feel a little hollow. You've asked yourself more times than you care to admit whether your legal skills could be used in other ways, especially in technology. Everywhere you turn, people are talking about technology. People are already making changes in their careers that involve technology. And you're wondering how they do it and even questioned whether you have what it takes to make the transition. You've probably heard one or two people mention that privacy officer is a credible path. As many organizations rely on data and technology, the need for data privacy experts who understand the law has also grown. Organizations need expertise in the complexities of privacy and data protection. And who is better to perform this role than attorneys? Now, transitioning from law to privacy officer may seem like it's a big leap, but it is more of a natural progression for you. Just so you know, there are many other privacy roles that are available. Each one has its own area of focus. For example, the main one is a chief privacy officer. This is a senior executive who oversees the organization's privacy program. And there's a data protection officer, the DPO. This is a GDPR mandated role. It ensures compliance with the regulations in certain cases. Then we have the privacy analyst or privacy specialist. This person is usually responsible for the day-to-day tasks that include audits, responding to inquiries, implementing privacy controls. And then we have the compliance officer. This person ensures that an organization adheres to legal regulations, internal policies, and industry guidelines. You may already be asking, well, tell me more. Who is a privacy officer and what does this person do? Privacy officers are guardians of the organization's data. Their responsibilities could include creating privacy policies. So they provide guidance on how to collect, use, store, and share data. They also work with compliance and regulation, in which they stay up to date on privacy laws like GDPR, CCPA, and HIPAA. And they ensure their organizations follow these laws. They are champions at assessing risks. And to do that, they work with security professionals in their organizations to identify risks in data handling, and they create risk management strategies for addressing those risks. They are involved in data breaches. So this means taking the charge in data breach investigations, in notifying affected parties, in taking corrective actions. Now, you may be asking, why is privacy officer a natural fit for attorneys? The many skills that attorneys use in their practice give them a strong foundation for the privacy role. As a lawyer, you excel at analyzing complex legal text. Your experience gives you an advantage because you have a deeper understanding of the law, as well as being able to understand its application in different business environments. This is important in today's organizational context, where there are many, many ways of storing and sharing data. This also includes how the data is accessed, whether it's on the internet by foreign organizations or countries. You can extract key provisions and apply them to real world situations. In privacy, this means knowing the complex laws like the California Consumer Privacy Act, the CCPA, and GDPR, which means the General Data Protection Regulation. It also means making sure an organization's practices align with these laws. Lawyers are constantly evaluating risks, whether it's the potential of an outcome of a trial or the liabilities in a contract. These skills help you to identify and reduce risks to data privacy. The demand for privacy officers is growing, and it mirrors the growth of data in today's age. Now, the Bureau of Labor Statistics doesn't track privacy officers per se. However, data for information security analysts, which is a related field, paints a very compelling picture for the rise in privacy officers. So the BLS projects a 35% job growth for analysts from 2021 to 2031. This is much faster than the average for all occupations. This surge isn't just about numbers, it's about the increasing value that's placed on privacy expertise. As of August 2024, indeed, the organization notes that the average salary for a U.S. privacy officer is in the neighborhood of $115,000. Experienced professionals often earn much more. Glassdoor reports between $166,000 to $280,000. This underscores the rewards for those who switch. The journey is worth it because you are worth it. Now, the journey from the courtroom to privacy may seem daunting, but you are not starting from scratch. Your legal background gives you a unique and a sought-after privacy skill. The high demand for privacy officers and their high salaries make this a career worth exploring. You can make a real impact in protecting privacy and data. Now, the question I get asked sometimes is, can family lawyers also transition? And the short answer is yes. Another question that I get asked is about the age-old question. Now, you're over 40 and you're afraid that you're maybe too old. And so let me let you in on a secret. Changing careers at that age is not a big deal. I changed careers in my 40s too, so I know what that looks like. Anyway, what's the alternative if you're already miserable in the career that you have? A question that I also get asked is, how easy is it to transition and what does it take? And as I coach individuals to transition, I recognize that everyone's journey is different. And this must be taken into consideration. However, to answer this question, there are basic aspects to transitioning that make the process smoother. So with your legal foundation, you're more prepared than others to start this career path. How do you bridge the gap and solidify your expertise? Fortunately, there are so many resources available out there to help. First of all, you have to identify a domain or an industry because privacy laws that you'll encounter are different from different domains. Whether it is education, whether it's in healthcare or technology, you have to identify the domain that you may be familiar with or a domain that you just want to pursue. Once you've identified that industry, you can then focus on the laws that are relevant to that industry or a region. Identifying this domain could take you about a week of research or two. Number two is starting to take courses to learn the basics in information security and data protection and project management. So you might take courses in privacy law and regulations. This might take you about 3 months to complete some intro courses in cybersecurity, privacy, and data protection. At a later stage, when you're more confident in this decision to make the transition, you can then seriously start to consider getting a certification. It will boost your credentials and show your commitment to the field. So certifications like CIPP, which is Certified Information Privacy Professional, is a globally recognized credential. It proves your knowledge of privacy laws and best practices. Then there's a CIPM. It's a Certified Information Privacy Manager. It also certifies your skills in managing privacy programs. Preparing for either of these certifications will require at least 30 hours. The bottom line in this journey from the courtroom to privacy is that you're not starting from scratch. Your legal background gives you a unique set of skills to start from. Now, the high demand for privacy officers and their high salaries make this a career worth exploring. You can make a real impact on protecting people's data. So, with Guardians, you can embrace this challenge, use your legal skills, and start a new chapter as a data privacy officer. I hope you found this useful. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.